Okay, I'm frequently being asked about welding, and I tell everybody I don't know anything about welding. I just went out and I bought a welder, and I am the last person to teach anybody anything about welding. If you watch this video and you go out and you hurt yourself, I'm not liable. I don't know what I'm talking about. That being said, let me show you how to weld. It's a lot of fun. Okay, check it out. One of the questions people ask me is what kind of machine I'm using. I have a policy. I don't give brand names unless I'm being endorsed by that company. I'm not being endorsed by any welding companies. If you are a welding company and you'd like to endorse me, tim@timsway.net. Drop me a line. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm using this welder I was told to buy from a guy that knows how to weld. Plugs into a normal outlet. It's a MIG welder. There's all different types of welding. I should mention that. I don't know anything about any other type of welding, except for I know that this is a MIG welder, and it's basically a hot glue gun for metal. Very simple to operate. It's got two knobs: speed and heat. Here's how it works. This is a wire, and it has flux in it to help keep it clean. I don't know what flux does. It goes through this thing here, and it goes all the way down through this line, and it comes out through the end of this gun right here. Okay, so when you pull the trigger, this wire comes out. There's also electricity going through there, I guess, and it gets really friggin' hot, and it melts metal together. That's the hot glue coming out and melting the metal together. That's how it works. It has to be grounded, otherwise it won't work, and this is the ground strap, which goes right back to the machine. Now, there's other things you can do with this machine. You can run gas on it. That would help. You could connect gas to it, and you could help shield your weld and get cleaner welds, I guess. I don't know. I've never tried it. I just keep using this because it's like a hot glue gun. It's real simple and easy, and I don't know how to weld. Okay, there's this handy-dandy chart in here that tells you what gauge metal to use and what your settings should be and all that, and I have found this to be completely useless, so ignore that. What I have found is if you turn it on, you have to practice finding the right heat and the right speed. I think every machine might be a little different. I don't know. That's what I've done. So I basically turn it on and I melt metal together. Alright, let's melt some metal together. Now, there's all sorts of safety warnings on these machines, and if you're like me, you will read all these safety warnings and be worried about killing yourself. I imagine you can kill yourself with a welder, but what I've found is that it's so far seems pretty safe. Here's a trick I learned. Wear long sleeves, even if it's hot out like right now, because if you weld long enough, you start to get like a sunburn from it. I didn't know that. So, you know, they always show you wearing gloves and long sleeves. Sometimes I do it without gloves and long sleeves because I'm just doing something quick or whatever. But if you're going to be welding for any length of time, you're going to want to wear both. I don't wear leather because I'm a vegetarian. So you're supposed to wear these like big, heavy leather welding gloves. But I don't wear them because, you know, I don't wear leather. So I wear these gloves that are just sort of, they probably have leather in them, I don't know, but they're like neoprene or something. I don't know what they are. And what happens is when a spark hits this glove in the right spot, it actually sort of fuses with the material in the glove, and it will make it hotter than if you just got sparked with your bare hands. So half the time these gloves are useless, and the other half the time they actually kind of work. So, I guess I'll put them on. So here's our welder. I'm going to weld. I have these little scraps of metal I'm going to weld together. So what you have to do is you have to turn your welder on. Pretty simple, right? I have mine at heat setting C. I have no idea what that means. And speed 2, which is 2 of 10. It does not have 11, only 10. So that's where I'm at. And I'm going to take my little ground clip here. And I put this piece of metal on my bench, and you could actually just leave this here or clip this to the metal, and as long as your metal is touching it, everything will ground. If metal is not magnetic, it will not weld. I know that. Found that out the hard way, actually. You can clip it to your work, whatever. Since this work is kind of small, I'm just welding these things together. I am going to, let's see if I can clip it on there. I'm not going to. Alright, I'm just going to leave it right there and let it touch the bench. I think I'll let it touch my work there. So we're making our contact. If I want it to fall, maybe I'll run this wire up over this hammer, or something like that. I know that if metal is not rusty and doesn't have paint on it, it will weld together better. I'm not cleaning this anyways. The dirtier it is, the messier the weld will be. You can simply clean it with an angle grinder or whatever. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to take out this welding stick now. I don't even know what it's called. The welding stick? Does that sound good? This should be kind of clean. I knew that would be a problem. See here, watch this. I pull the trigger, and the wire comes out. It didn't weld because I wasn't touching it to metal and completing the circuit. Leave a little bit sticking out. I'm going to line up my metal. I'm going to touch this to it. I'm going to flip my little safety mask down. Pull the trigger. It makes sparks. And it drops out some hot glue, hot metal. You see that? And it makes that little spot. As far as for actually making a nice weld, you're going to have to practice a lot. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let me see if I'm lucky today. I'm just sort of moving it back and forth a little bit, making almost like a little half circle shape. I'm trying to keep my speed even. See what that looks like. And there you go. There you have one horrible looking weld. Anybody can do this. It's a little dangerous. It's a little bit expensive. Once you have it, you're going to have a lot of fun just like I do. I've said it many times. This is the most fun I can find without breaking the law, so I think you should try it. Alright, cheers. I hope that helps.